I'm Kathy, Agent Kathy, and today we're exploring Eisenhower Avenue in Alexandria. Eisenhower Avenue is a 4-mile long stretch of road that goes from Van Dorn Street all the way to Old Town Alexandria. It's a mix of residential, industrial, and recreational areas. The first place we're going to check out is the Van Dorn Metro. Van Dorn is on the Blue Line. It takes about 35 or 40 minutes to get to DC from here. It's the second stop or the second to last, depending on which way you're going. We're at the tunnel that leads to the Van Dorn station. It goes up underneath Eisenhower Avenue, and then you take an escalator up to the platform. The Dash bus, the Fairfax Connector, and the Metro bus all have stops here, so you can get to the Van Dorn Metro station from just about anywhere. Next train, 2 minutes. This is one of the Capital Bike Share stations where you can rent a bike either by the hour or by the day. These are the stairs that go down to the Metro from Eisenhower. And as you can see, the Metro platform is across the street. That's why you go underneath the tunnel to get there. The closest homes that are to the Van Dorn Metro are right across the street. It's called Summers Grove. Let's go check them out. These houses range in the high 500s to the mid 600s, and they're all 3 and 4 bedroom townhomes. Eisenhower Avenue was named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th president of the United States, between Truman and Kennedy, I believe it was. Let me know in the comments if that's wrong or right. And he was president between 1953 and 61, I believe. Yeah.
Jeopardy champion.
We're at what's called the warehouse district of Eisenhower Avenue. There's a lot of self-storage and grooming shops, restaurants, supply stores, a lot of industrial things here. Now this building here over to the left is known as the Victory Center. It's been empty for quite a long time, but there's some new and exciting plans that are coming up for this building. This is one of the apartment complexes that are along Eisenhower Avenue, the Reserve at Eisenhower. Beautiful luxury apartments. Let's take a look. Some of the great features of the Reserve is that it's close to the Van Dorn Metro, it's pet friendly, and it's smoke free. We're here at the Exchange at Van Dorn. These condos are probably the most affordable properties along Eisenhower Avenue. They range from about the mid 200s to the mid to high 300s. And they're mostly 2 and 3 bedroom condos. It's a really nice complex. They have a gazebo with a fountain and a lake. They've got a clubhouse over here and a swimming pool. The Exchange of Van Dorn has this really nice barbecue grill area where you can have your outdoor barbecues. And one of the great things about Exchange also is that the weight limit on pets is 50 pounds, where a lot of condos only have a 25-pound limit. You can have up to 50 pounds here at the Exchange. One of the most interesting parts about Alexandria is that there's history everywhere you turn, and sometimes in these little hidden spots. While we were here at the Exchange, we noticed this historical marker. I never would have known this was here if we hadn't just been walking by. This marker is part of the Alexandria Heritage Trail, and I'll include information about that in the description. Couldn't get anybody to talk to me. Making our way down the west end of Eisenhower Avenue, past self-storage, home improvement, and restaurant supply stores, we're going to stop at the Eisenhower Connector. This road was built in 1997, and it connects the Capitol Beltway, which is right behind me, to Alexandria. They built this because the only exits here on this stretch of the Capitol Beltway was all the way on Van Dorn Street and all the way on the other side on Telegraph Road. It cost $10.8 million, and it's estimated about 40,000 cars use this Eisenhower Connector on the daily. Now let's go have some fun at the park and at Cameron Run. Joseph Hensley Park is on the south side of Eisenhower Avenue, and they have baseball fields, softball fields, and a soccer field. Gold! Just across the street from me is the Alexandria Recycling Center. The purple container is for glass, and the blue containers are for all of the other different kinds of recyclables. So what exactly is Cameron Run? This is Cameron Run. It's one of the really beautiful creeks that's in Alexandria, and it's part of the Chesapeake Bay watershed, and there's walking trails all along Cameron Run. Alexandria really is one of the best places to go for a walk or a jog or go on your bicycle. There's so many trails and so many green spaces. We're on the Holmes Run Trail, and this runs along Cameron Run, and Eisenhower Avenue is just above me on this bridge here. If you travel further down this trail, you'll end up at Brenman Park, which is in Cameron Station. Be sure to look out for my video about Cameron Station, Brenman Park, Duke Street, and the west end of Alexandria. Are you an animal lover? You're in luck. This here is the Vola Lawson Animal Shelter, also known as the Alexandria Welfare League. Here is where you can adopt an animal, maybe surrender an animal. They also take donations. They have a bin out here out front all the time where you can put your donations here for the pets that they have in the shelter. It's really a wonderful thing to do. Next up, Cameron Run Regional Park. Cameron Run Regional Park is a fun place to take yourself and the kiddos, and it's all about the water park. There's also mini golf, batting cages, a pavilion that you can rent for parties, and a bunch of other stuff. If I left anything out, let me know in the comments. We're at the halfway point here. The area starts to get less industrial and more residential and office space. We're going to stop here at Lake Cook. Cook Lake is a 4-acre lake that's right next to Cameron Run Regional Park, and it's part of the urban fishing program. You can get a license and fish here for as long as you want. I'll post the license information in the description. These homes to the left are the towns at Cameron Park. They were built in 2000, 2001, and they range anywhere from the low 600s to the mid 700s. This stretch is where you'll find several office parks. Be sure to check out the interesting sculptures in front of this building. The 4 hotels on Eisenhower and the Metro Rail Yard at Alexandria are all located in this section. They wouldn't let us in the rail yard, but they said if we called ahead, they might let us in for our own private tour. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. We're here at the luxury townhome community of Eisenhower Square. It's right before you get to the intersection of Eisenhower Avenue and Telegraph Road. These townhomes are priced in the high 900s to just over $1 million. Just behind me are the Dennison Apartments. This building has 23 floors, packed with amenities. They start at about $2,000 for a studio and go up to $3,800 and more for a 3-bedroom. The views up there must be absolutely gorgeous. Now these office parks to the right here, they house Stratford University, Strayer University, some government contractors, and there's a couple of more hotels here. This is Cameron Court. It's a gated, pet-friendly community of apartments and townhomes. There's a clubhouse, picnic area, swimming pool, fitness center, a Wi-Fi lounge, and there's even a private dog park. There's also a DMV office tucked away behind this complex. As we travel over the Telegraph Road Bridge, you can see the Washington National Masonic Memorial in the distance on the left. Welcome to the East End. This is the Hoffman Center. The 2 main buildings at 200 Stovall Street were once home to the U.S. Army Personnel Center, the Human Resources Command. This land was leased to the General Services Administration until 2016, when a developer bought it from the Hoffman family. In addition to the AMC movie theater, which has been here for 20 years, there are new apartment buildings, restaurants, and coffee shops. They recently broke ground on a new Wegmans as part of Carlisle Crossing. These luxury apartments include elevated terraces, co-work spaces, and even a TED Talk stage. As of May 2022, the apartment prices were not published on their website. The Eisenhower Metro Station is located just across the street from the Hoffman Town Center. Here you can pick up the Yellow Line and the Blue Line, and it takes about 30 minutes to get to downtown Washington, D.C. The following apartments are all within walking distance of the Hoffman Center and the Eisenhower Metro. They start at about $1,800 for a studio to over $3,000 for 2 and 3 bedrooms. Some of them even have a roommate matching service that you can take advantage of. Most of these residences are in mixed-use type of developments, or they have some conveniences nearby like FedEx, places to get coffee or a small meal, and you've got the drugstore right there. Now keep in mind, all of these apartments have specials right now, ranging from 1 month free to 3 months free parking and other bonuses. I'll have the links to all of these apartments in the description. This building right here on the left is the site of my very first job when I moved to Virginia. But let's move on. If you go north on Elizabeth, you'll find yourself in the Carlisle area. That's where the U.S. District Court Alexandria is, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, National Science Foundation, and Motley Fool. We're going to cover the Carlisle district in my next video. On the right here are more restaurants and shops. Now these leases run to 2025, after which they're probably going to be torn down and redeveloped. There's restaurants, a birthday venue for kids, several hair and nail salons, a couple of gyms, and it's also the home to Lost Boy Cider. The last apartment complex on Eisenhower is 800 Carlisle. These apartments are pet friendly. They have a 24-hour media zone, a club room, and they have garage spaces. Studios start at $1,800 and the 2 bedrooms go up to $2,800. This is River Renew, a large infrastructure project that's dedicated to achieving cleaner and healthier waterways for Alexandria. And who doesn't love that? This construction and redevelopment has been going on for the last 20 years or so. And this right here is where Eisenhower Avenue used to end. But we're going to go around the circle here and take a sneak peek at part of the Carlisle district that we're going to cover in my next video. Post-Carlisle Square encompasses Holland Lane, Emerson Avenue, and John Carlisle Street. Rentals start at $1,800 and go up to $2,600. I can't wait to show you the Carlisle district. There are over 3,000 existing residential units here and over 1,000 more proposed. Tucked away between Eisenhower Avenue and Jameson Street are the condos at Carlisle Square. These are 1 and 2 bedroom condos, and they range from the mid 400s to the mid 600s. Carlisle has numerous restaurants, retail stores. It even has a Whole Foods that includes a bar. I think this is about the fanciest 7-Eleven I've ever seen. Stay tuned.